What's going on to all my Geminis? So let's see what you Geminis got going on. Show me what Geminis got going on. Show me, what does the Geminis have going on? Let's see. Let's see, what do the Geminis got going on? Okay, so for you Geminis, you have the Moon, the Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Six of Cups. Icy, the Empress, the Ace of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Sun, the Four of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. So the Moon, the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the Empress. You Geminis, some of you Geminis, I'll say this. Some of you Geminis may have a chance to get back with somebody that you used to date. But a lot of you Geminis are not getting back with them. A lot of you Geminis are not getting back with them because a lot of you Geminis understand that you're not going backwards. You know, you're not gonna go back to a person. Now, I will say this though, Geminis do go back, right? If Geminis will go back if they trying to get their stuff together, right? Because I know a lot of Geminis that will go back. But this person was a jerk to you, and there's no need for you to, right? There's no need for you to go back. Now, I will say this though, the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, right? The Moon, this represents how you've been staying out of the way, doing your own emotional work, ready to make the transition from one chapter of your life to the next chapter of your life, right? I don't mean transition like that. You know what I mean? From one chapter of your life to the next chapter of your life, and you're ready to do it the correct way, right? Where when you turn that page, right, to your own life's book, you turn that page and you're ready to change, you're ready to make the changeover from one part of your life to the next part of your life. There's no kind of interruptions. There's no people coming back. There's no chance of that. So what I'm seeing here is that a lot of you Geminis are enduring the Moon, right? You're enduring just kind of the mistakes that you've made. And I'm here to help you Geminis soothe your mind as well as help you fix your problems. Listen, you Geminis need to understand that you can never go back, and you can never actually, you can never go back and reverse the hands of time, right? You can never actually take a time machine back to the past. But you can fix your mistakes by making sure that the things that you do in the future, right, are not affected by your past and your present. And how you do that is by you, number one, figuring out for yourselves and making it clear to yourselves what is important to you. What kind of relationship, see, I'm helping y'all. What kind of relationship do you want? And once you understand what type of relationship you want, okay, now you need to understand what is your value system, what is important to you, and what should be important to you. If anything, if there's any other kind of value that should be important to you. Like I said before, in the next batch of videos, it's itchy. But the next batch of videos, I will actually end up telling y'all the 10 life principles, right? But the Six of Cups is about how, you know, this person is trying to make it work with you, and the Empress represents in your own good senses and your own decency, you Geminis can't go back. You can't go back because you Geminis are thinking about all the progress that you've done so far, learning how to be better people. Because let's face it, Gemini can be a diabolical sign. Gemini can be a very diabolical sign where, you know, a lot of you Geminis can be very, you can be a scheming people, meaning that meaning that you have the capacity to do people dirty. You understand what I'm saying? And be slick with it. But a lot of times you get paid back, with interest, just in life, because sometimes you're looking for people to have your back that you may care about. And the same thing that you do to others from the past may end up coming back to bite you in the butt. So, because with Gemini, see, here's the thing. Because with Virgo, we know the difference between right and wrong. Some of us choose to be on some nonsense. Some of us choose to feed into the idea of not causing too much mischief when it comes to other people, right? But with Gemini, y'all understand that too. But you Geminis like to test the boundary of that to see what is right and what is wrong, right? And technically speaking, on a moralistic level, there is no such thing as right and wrong. But you need to understand that what it is that you're going to do has consequences to it, right? That's what really exists, is those consequences. So you need to understand, okay, well, if you're going to do this, what is the consequences of it? And of course, you Geminis would get the consequences of some of your actions that you used to do when you were younger. But now that a lot of you Geminis have gotten older, you realize certain things, right? Now that, you've gotten more experience, you realize certain things. And one of the things that you've realized is you have to actually be good to people, not because, moralism or any of that type of stuff, but because you create a lot of enemies and a lot of dysfunctional situations when you're not, because you Geminis won't love. But the thing is that how you expect to get it if you're running away from your heart, doing people dirty, you're not an upstanding person. So now that you Geminis have done the work and you've become upstanding people, then there's no way that you can return to an individual that you were dysfunctional with, because in the sense that maybe the two of you were partners in a dysfunction, and in the sense that maybe you aimed at them the dysfunction, right? If you're finding value within this reading, then it means it's time for you to come get a personal reading from me. There's a Linktree link in the comment section, the pinned post. Click on it, and it will take you to the ways which you can support me from my Instagram page, the books that I have that are on Amazon, the clothing, right? The clothing that I have clothing at the Teespring store, from pants, shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, sweatshirts, right? From my website, which private tarot readings, right? Click on it. Check out my rates. You can pay me through PayPal. If you have Cashapp, my Cashapp cash tag is above the buy now button. But the buy now button is to pay me through PayPal. So I'm letting you know of different ways in which you can pay me. But if you need help paying me for a personal reading or anything like that, private one, then always feel free to contact me at Kareemspiritworks at yahoo.com. But thank you. So to carry on, you have the Empress and the Ace of Swords. The Empress and the Ace of Swords is, like I said, that transition where y'all know that you're not going back. It's not about going backwards and going back to people that you already was with and it didn't necessarily work out with, right? It's now about moving on to new situations and new people. So the King of Pentacles and the Sun now is about, so now that you Geminis have made a strong decision that you're not going back. Because for a little bit, you Geminis a couple of readings ago was kind of trying to make relationships work and seeing if that they could work, right? From people that you may have dated from the past, people that, you knew as friends first, and it didn't work, right? For whatever reason, it didn't work. And you were kind of heartbroken about that for a little bit. But the King of Pentacles and the Sun, right, is about, the Empress, the Ace of Swords. This is about how you Geminis have finally made a decision that, this isn't working, right? This going back to the past to try to make things right. You've already made it right once it is that you've understood your mistake. You understand that you're not going to make that mistake again. And once you've apologized to that person, you've already atoned for it, right? The thing that you need to do now is just make sure that who it is that you were is not the type of practice or who it is that you are now, right? And the King of Pentacles and the Sun represents now that you Geminis have made a strong decision to move on with your life, and you're not going to go backwards back to the people that you used to date. The King of Pentacles now and the Sun now represents how a lot of you Geminis, now is where the learning begins. Now is where more, I should say, of the learning begins, because you were learning before, but now, you're going to be learning even more, because now you don't have the mental clutter of what was once past, right? I mean, obviously it'll still be there as part of your memory, but it's not in your future where it's like, I really have to make a decision as to X, Y, Z right now. You know what I mean? Or soon, right? Something that's in the forefront or is in the front of your mind, right? Right? As an immediate obstacle or immediate decision that you need to make. And the Four of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles now is now about how, now that you've been able to put that to bed, the Four of Swords, you can actually sleep correctly. You can actually relax, right? I'm just seeing how a lot of y'all are not relaxed right now because y'all have been trying to become better people, and y'all have been packing more stuff onto yourselves that is not even necessarily necessary. It's not even necessary. You want to be good people. Honestly speaking, all it is that a lot of you Geminis really have to do is just really start listening to your heart more. It's really not that hard. You know what I mean? And what I mean when I say listen to your heart more is, if you meet somebody that's good, stop having fear, uncertainty, and doubt that a relationship could work out, and stop trying to logisticize it, because that's where it is that you're messing it up at. You're trying to make it logical, overly logical. Like, you have to understand that real spirituality, and I should say things will align in your life once you connect the intellect or the logic to the creativity. The word intelligence, the word intel means logical, right? And the word gents, right? GENCE means creativity or emotion, right? So once you bring those two together, what happens? That's when the things in your life are going to actually pan out the way that you want to, and things in your life will most definitely align. But a lot of you Geminis just have some things going on that, of course, you are coming out of, that you are coming prosperous, climbing out of that hole, that debt of past regrets. Because that's another thing too that eats away at Geminis. Past, when they're unsure of themselves, is past regrets. It's like you can't go back in a time machine. The best thing that you could do is just make amends with the person and make amends with yourself, that you're never going to repeat the same mistake, and just do your best to never repeat the same mistake again. And that's another thing too that I want to talk about. Give yourself a chance to do that. You making it you're making it too logical. You're making it too much about, well, what about this and what about that? So let's clarify the Six of Cups. The World, the Empress, the Fool, the Seven of Wands. So to clarify the Six of Cups, the World, again, and the Empress, you shouldn't even, at this point, you've tried everything that you could, where you went back into the past, tried to make certain relationships work, over the past couple of weeks. You've done your service. You've done everything that you can. It's time for you to now move forward. This is just more confirmation. The Fool and the Seven of Wands, it's time for you to move forward. It's going to, when you move forward, some people may even give you a difficult time or try to give you a difficult time where they're going to try to hold on and make it seem like you leaving this relationship that the two of you tried to rework and it didn't work again is wrong for you if you left, but you Geminis already know deep down inside that you have to, move forward. Now, let's clarify the Four, excuse me, Four of Swords. Two of Cups, Five of Cups, Ace of Wands, the Knight of Cups. Whenever it is that you saw it, that was two cards stuck together. This was at the top. But the Two of Cups, the Five of Cups, right, to clarify the Four of Swords, is about again. Yes, when you left, those people are regretful of that, but it's a necessary cost that a lot of you Geminis are going to have to make. See, over the course of a month, I'm going to just tell it to y'all Geminis directly. A lot of you Geminis are going to have to make some very powerful decisions about what will your life look like this year. And that if you keep certain people around you that are dysfunctional, I'm telling you, if you don't want to listen to me, that's okay. You're going to have a hard time this year. So you need to start making better decisions. And you will have all the power in the world to make those decisions. I just hope you Geminis choose correctly, right? Because some things you will have to learn to let go of. See, if you really want love, pain will be a part of that process. Oh, yes, it will be. Because you can't, remember when I say that everybody can't go, you can't bring people who are going to essentially hold you back with you with the rest of your life. You'll have to let go of those people. And then the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Cups now represents, as a result, the Queen of Wands, Ace of Wands, the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Cups represents, and don't feel bad about doing it because it was necessary. Because, well, what is it that people expect you to do? Just sit around, wait forever, for how old, and wait for them to get it together while you're getting it together and you realizing what's important? Nah, nobody can ask you to do that. No one should have to ask you to do that. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel to go to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June of this year. As of right now, I have 4,590 subscribers. Smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop videos like this. Peace. Love y'all.